Hello everyone, it's Glenda and welcome back to my channel, Creative Grandma. I hope everyone is having a happy crochet day. Well, is bigger really better? Yes, this video is all about the new Red Heart Super Saver, this larger 35.3 ounce skein, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So I was very happy to see this giant skein of yarn. But before we talk about the yarn, I did want to tell you about a future project coming up. This blanket here that I made with a Premier Fable, that was that really big, super thick yarn. I've had a lot of comments, Glenda, will you do a tutorial using a different yarn? Well, because of the price and the yardage on the Fable, I decided to remake this blanket using the Premier Basic, which I think is a softer yarn. It's a number 4 medium worsted weight yarn, and that's usually the kind of weight most people like to use for making a blanket. So what I did was I picked 7 colors of the Premier Basics, and then I'm using white as the background. But on the project I'm working on here, I put color in the center. I used 2 colors for these flowers, and then I used the white in between. So I've been working on these blocks all week to bring you a nice spring summer blanket, more like a take-along project that if you go to the doctor's office or you're going somewhere and you just want a quick project to work on, you can just work on your squares until you get enough made. So here's a pink one with the yellow center. I used the yellow twice because I do like yellow centers. Here's purple with green center, yellow with green, red center with the yellow flower, orange with blue, and then pink with red. So it's going to have a similar look, only it's going to have colors in the center, and it's going to be made with the Premier Basics. So again, if you have scrap yarn, start trying to figure out what colors you want for your flowers. So when that video comes out, you can have your yarn ready. And as soon as I know how much yarn I'm really going to need, I'll post that on my channel so you can order your yarn. But this video should be coming to you in the next week or 2. So let's get back to the Red Heart Super Saver in this giant skein. Now, when I started my career at Coats and Clark's. I worked closely with them, and I did a lot of afghans for a lot of crochet publications back when Crochet Fantasy, Crochet Omni World, all those crochet magazines that you could easily find. You're going to find some of my afghans in there and some of my crochet projects, and most of those are made with the Red Heart Super Saver yarn. Now, my mom has afghans that I made over 40 years ago that still look brand new with the Red Heart Super Saver. Now, I know a lot of people give Red Heart Super Saver a bad rap, but this is a very durable yarn. It's a wonderful yarn for projects that really hold up over time. So let me give you the information about this new large skein of Red Heart Super Saver. It comes in 5 colors, and I have all 5 colors to show you today. It comes in a 35.3 ounce skein, 1,000 grams. It's 1,855 yards, 1,696 meters. And to me, larger is better because I hate to weave in ends. And if you're someone who hates tying on ends, this is a wonderful alternative if you're making a project in a solid color and you don't like a lot of ends. And I don't know why they didn't come out with a bigger skein like this before. Now, they do have a pattern on the label. I'm not sure if it's on the back. I was trying to peek, but I'd have to rip the label off to find out. It says the classic granny square crochet throw, and it takes 1 ball of yarn and a size I9 or 5.5 crochet hook. Or you could go to Yarnspiration and you can look for free patterns for this yarn. So here's a photo of that blanket pattern. So I'm not sure what size the afghan is. It looks like it's a pretty decent size, but you can find all that information out on Yarnspiration website. Now the cost of this yarn is regularly $20.49 at Yarnspiration, but it's on sale for $14.34. So if you like to shop at Yarnspiration, you can go to their website and you can purchase this yarn. Now this yarn is also available on Joanns.com. That's where I got mine. I ordered it a couple days ago. It came really quickly. I was really surprised. Now I tried to find this yarn in store. I went in a 100-mile radius trying to find it because I prefer to buy my yarn in store and see it instead of ordering it online. But because I've worked with Super Saver for so many decades, I knew that I couldn't go wrong if I just order it online. I'm going to be happy with it. And what I like most is the larger skein. For people who like to make blankets, they're going to love this yarn. You can't go wrong when you find these larger skeins. And I'm not sure why they didn't do this sooner, because a lot of us would have been purchasing this all along. Now, I have ordered from Joanns.com. That's how I got my yarn, but I never ordered from Yarnspiration. So you would have to compare the shipping and see what the shipping costs and compare the two prices. Now, with Yarnspiration yarns, I find them very easily at my Michael's store. So most of the time, I don't have to order online for any of the Yarnspiration yarns because they're everywhere in my area. So this is the first color, and this is the color Cherry Red. Just beautiful for a Christmas, maybe Valentine's Day, or if you just like red. Very powerful, beautiful color. The next color is this darker blue. It's called Soft Navy. So if you like blue, let me turn a little bit so you can see that blue. Now I'm not sure how this is showing up on my lighting, because when I get close, it goes dark, and when I hold it back, I think you can see it. But this is the Soft Navy. Now all my yarn come wrapped in plastic except that Soft Navy. That was not in plastic. And that's one of my pet peeves. I love it when the yarn companies wrap the yarn in plastic, because I know it's going to protect my yarn. Now the next color is white. Now I ordered 2 skeins of the white because June is coming up. It's a perfect time to make a classic white wedding afghan. If you know someone who's getting married, you don't know their home decor, white is such a classic color. It's also a basic color, but it's beautiful when you make a solid color afghan in white. Just a very classic look to that blanket. The next color is Hunter Green. So I'm thinking, I have the red, I have the white, I have the green, and I know that I'm going to have enough yarn. If I decide to make a Christmas blanket, I don't have to worry about running out of yarn when my skeins of yarn are this huge. So I have one more color to show you. And the last color is your basic black. So now I just wanted to give my thoughts about the yarn. I know there's only 5 basic colors available. That means that you can take the pattern on the label and you can make 5 different colored afghans. So if you have 1 skein of each color, that will make 5 blankets. Or you can mix the white and black together for a very contemporary look. You can mix the soft navy with the white and make yourself a nautical look. Maybe add some of that red in there. And if you choose to add the red, how about 4th of July coming up? Now you're not going to run out of yarn if you have those 3 skeins. Or you can mix the red, white, and green and probably make 2 or 3 Christmas blankets with these colors. So in my opinion, bigger is better depending on what type of project you're making. I want to thank everyone for stopping by today. I hope you're able to find this yarn in store, but if not, I know you can find it on Yarnspiration.com and on Joanns.com. Just a wonderful alternative when you don't want to weave in ends. Those larger skeins are so much nicer. So until next time, stay inspired and happy crocheting. Bye everyone.